anniversary to DCPLA. Thank you for all you do and how hard you work. Looking forward to many more successful years.
Grateful to DCPLA and all that they have added to our community, from the book drop-off at the Westlake Library to the additional seating, to the aquarium, to the book sales and author talks. They have truly added value not only to my life, but to that of my children in our community.
This is Tom Norris, and as a founding member and past president and director of DCPLA, I want to take a second to congratulate DCPLA on its 10th anniversary of service to our community and to our libraries. You know, DCPLA is made up of you and I, members of our community, and everything that we do is volunteer, and the money that we raise go to our libraries to support the programs and to make it better for everyone, for our children, for us, seniors. Everyone benefits from the library. And that's why I would encourage everyone to continue to support DCPLA, make it even stronger, because it just helps our community grow better. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rose Gilbo, and I'm here to celebrate the anniversary of the DCPLA. They've been doing great work for the Daly City Library for 10 years. The Daly City Library is able to do all kinds of author programs, programs for young people, for the elderly, really for the entire community because of the contributions from the DCPLA. I was fortunate to be part of the speaker series and present my book, Farm Worker's Daughter. And I was also fortunate to be the MC for one of the most fun events I've ever participated in, and that's their fundraising events for St. Patrick's Day. So I want you to join me and continue the great work of the DCPLA by giving today. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Clayton Koo. To me, our Daly City libraries are a community treasure. There's so much you can learn from within its bookshelf aisles or its online massive library of books, resources, video files, audio files, and so much more. So thank you, Daly City Library and staff, for making sure this resource is available to me and so many more out there too. And thank you, DCPLA, for always supporting the library's missions of serving our community and making sure that it continues to grow and enhance our learning and our knowledge. Happy 10th anniversary, DCPLA.
The library has always held a special place in my heart since I practically grew up in one. I used to go to Miss Sue's storytime when I was little, and I've always been an avid reader. Now that I'm older, the library has become a place where I can hang out with my friends and do my work, which is one of my favorite things to do before the pandemic. Supporting our libraries is important so that people like me can continue to benefit from them.
The Daly City Public Library is an anchor in our child's early education.
Besides knowledge, it brings him so much joy that he looks forward to his classes. And his biggest celebrity crush is?
Hi, Miss Eva.
Thanks for playing such an important role in our lives.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love the Daly City Library because I grew up in Daly City, and I grew up going to the library, and I have a lot of good memories going there. Like after school, my friends and I would go there to do our homework and hang out.
Hi everyone, my name is Angela Lagarta and I am the Daly City Library Board of Trustees President. The libraries create infinite resources for our community. They help us thrive. DCPLA has helped the Daly City Public Libraries by creating great fundraising initiatives such as Crazy About Cars to the St. Patrick's Day Luncheon and now the Daly City Youth Laureate Program. They seem to be getting better with time. Happy 10-year anniversary to DCPLA. Thank you for all you do and how hard you work. Looking forward to many more successful years.
Hello, I'm Jocelyn Manalo, Mayor of Daly City. I'm so grateful for our decade-long partnership with Dcpla. Our Daly City public libraries have received more than 265,000 from this amazing organization of people that care so much about libraries. Daly City has used this funding for books and other things such as technology, furniture, programs, and online resources. Thank you to all the Dcpla members, donors, and sponsors that have helped our libraries. And a big thank you to Dcpla for securing so many grants for us. I'm so thrilled for the launch of the Daly City Youth Poet Laureate program by Dcpla. Our Youth Poet Laureate will be the very first in all of San Mateo County. This program reflects the forward thinking and innovation of Dcpla members. You make Daly City a better place to live and work. Thank you and congratulations on your 10-year anniversary.
Thank you, Mayor Manalo, for those heartwarming words in support of our organization. I'm Victoria Magbilang, Executive Director of the Daly City Public Library Associates, widely known as the Dcpla. We're delighted that you've joined us today for our event, Dcpla 10 Years Strong. We've got so many exciting things to share with you today. We'll celebrate our 10th anniversary with a video about who we are and what we've done for our community over the past decade. We'll have performances by our Daly City Youth Poet Laureate candidates. We'll also feature a fantastic musical number by the Drama Club at Westmore High School and an amazing dance video by Jefferson High School's Mission Fusion Dance Group. Our program will end with the announcement of the first Daly City Youth Poet Laureate, the very first Youth Poet Laureate in all of San Mateo County. During the show, we'll share with you many different ways that you can support our Daly City public libraries through the Dcpla, by becoming a member, by donating through mail or online, and by bidding on our many awesome silent auction items during this event. And everyone who is watching will be entered in a raffle to win an Apple Watch donated by Republic Services. Just email us at info@dcpla.org with the secret word bookworm before the end of the show, and you'll be eligible to win. Stay tuned for a few words from our Dcpla Board of Directors President.
Good evening. I'm Brian Dossie, President of the Daly City Public Library Associates. Thank you for joining us. The Dcpla is driven by our single goal, to sponsor Daly City Public Libraries. Since its inception in 2011, the Dcpla has provided over $265,000 to support the City of Daly City for purchasing new books and technology, refurbishing libraries, maintaining facilities, funding programs, and so much more. During the pandemic, our library staff have gone above and beyond to continue to provide essential services to our community. Even though the buildings have been shut down since March of 2020, our library staff has not paused in their efforts to continue to serve library patrons. As you all know, budgets are tight, and in order to continue all of these valuable services, we need your help. Donations are always welcome through our website using PayPal or by check. But today, we're offering several other ways to support the Dcpla. Going on right now, we have an online silent auction featuring many great items, such as artwork by local artists, gift certificates to local restaurants, a 2-night stay at Silverado Resort in Napa, a Roku, and a trio of wines from Chateau Montelena Winery, and much, much more. By donating to the Dcpla, you are showing your support for our public libraries and our community as a whole. And if you're watching right now, you can email info@dcpla.org with your name and the secret word bookworm to be entered into a raffle to win an Apple Watch, which has been donated by Republic Services. At this time, I would like to acknowledge our premier sponsors, Cypress Lawn Cemetery Association, and Kaiser Permanente. We are extremely grateful for their ongoing support of our mission over the years. We've got a great program lined up for you this evening. First up, let's meet 3 of our Daly City Youth Poet Laureate candidates who will tell us a little bit about themselves and perform one of their poems they have submitted to our contest to choose the first Daly City Youth Poet Laureate.
Hello, my name is Alan Mata. I am 16 years old, well, 17 by the time this recording gets played, and I'm from Jefferson High School. Something interesting about me is that I'm actually a public relations officer at my school's social justice club, and we contributed quite a lot during the elections, inviting the running candidates to include the youth or educate them when the time comes when they, or should I say we, are the age to vote. My PR position actually ties into joining this competition because it would be a great way to influence the youth and help bring in literary art into the community or activism involvement. We see icons like Maya Angelou and Amanda Gorman use these poems for their advocacy. I would like to do the same if I were given a chance. I will be reciting one of my poems. It's called Lamentation of Validation. It is a golden shovel poem, and it recites one of the lines from Maya Angelou's poem, Alone. The definition of being enough is the perception of refinement. The fact that nobody could be perfect, but there's still a standard. The fact that we are all valid, but there's always backlash when one claims it. A lasting thought that nobody is immune to the abuse plaguing our mentality. It can happen to anyone. It doesn't matter how much you try and avoid it, a make it or break it moment. Even if you try and fix it, it causes a plethora of misinterpretations despite solidifying its true meaning. Out goes your authenticity without ever proving your unreliability. Here, you are excluded by the majority. However, many have gone that path. You are not alone. Thank you so much.
Hi, and I hope all of you are having a good time tonight. My name is Chloe Chow, and I'm 13 years old. I'm currently in 8th grade at Fernando Rivera Intermediate School, and like everyone at this event, I'm passionate about our community and our library system. Daly City Public Libraries have impacted my life by providing a place that I can rely on. As a toddler listening to story time, and even now as a teenager, having published my first book, To Learn and to Connect. I've been involved with student government since the 3rd grade, and I'm currently the secretary at Fernando. I've also done volunteer work at a learning center, as a tutor for English, up to AP Languages and AP Literature, and for mathematics up to about 11th grade. But apart from the educational aspect of it, writing and poetry more specifically, has always been a huge part of my life. It's inspired me to strive for my goals, to see the world from different points of view, and it's given me an outlet to talk about things I care about. The ability to share feelings and ideas through poetry is something that can hardly be rivaled. But a lot of the joy in the art of writing comes from being able to share with others. So there's nothing I want to do more than to share the love of poetry with our community. If I become the Daly City Youth Poet Laureate, it will give me a platform to spread ideas and raise awareness about important topics. It will give me a way to represent Daly City and our youth, highlighting our struggles, our accomplishments, and our dreams. To be able to say things differently, to spread awareness, and to connect. Keep those things in mind as I recite one of my poems, Sonnet of Syria. The ashen child sat alone, inept. His face was crimson red, a mess of blood. And he was Omran Daknish, boy of Leb, a place where airstrikes came with daily floods. The broadcast played on. I was frozen. Home, I learned, was not a refuge. Refuge meant you had to hide from something, scared to roam. At home, my dreams had mass of grey cement. And when I stayed at Channel 9, I saw his tired eyes were stunned, and mine were too. He could be me or you or love to draw, be living in a place where skies are blue. Let's share with them a refuge, no, a home. We don't, and both will also fall like Rome. Thank you to Daly City for having this event, and thanks to all of you for joining.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Pagaduan. I am 16 years old, and I'm currently a junior at Jefferson High School. What drove me to participate in this competition was my combined passion for civic engagement and poetry. As for civic engagement, I'm heavily involved in a club known as JSA, where we have civic discourse that respects all opinions and perspectives. It's taught me to be more open-minded in considering the blind spots of not just others' opinions, but my own as well. And my interest in poetry began with reading America by Allen Ginsberg. I've also noticed in my favorite songs with excellent lyricism that words can be crafted in a really unique way and convey messages that really only make sense in the context of poetry. So I'm going to read one of my submissions called You Could Be Wealthy. This is a poem about how race and family names can affect one's financial capacity, and this poem simultaneously challenges what I consider to be a very limited definition of wealth. So this is titled You Could Be Wealthy. Rich names, rich names. I wish I had a rich name. Rich with color, rich with life. No, rich by sight. Rich by what's in my pocket, rich by what I buy, rich by what people think I can afford to waste my time on. Rich by the colors of my experience? No, rich by the colors of my name. I wish I had a rich name, one that got me into school, one that got me into fame, one that comes up in a Google search because of my rich name. Are rich names predetermined, or are they names of the determined? Can I earn it through my excellence, my brain's fluorescent light? Isn't it funny when you think, what sounds like a rich name? They all happen to be white. That is You Could Be Wealthy. Thank you for considering my submission for this competition.
Wow, these poets are so inspiring, aren't they? Hi, I'm Teresa Perano, Dcpla board member and co-chair of the Dcpla 10 Years Strong event. I'd like to share with you a little bit more about who we are and what we do. The Dcpla has been a leader in the community engagement for the past 10 years. Among our past and present board of directors are business leaders, community activists, and government officials. By supporting Dcpla, you become a part of our team, working hard to enable our Daly City public libraries to provide equity-enhancing materials and programs that benefit our whole community. As they say, it takes a village, and we are proud to have the support of local businesses like the premier sponsors of this event, Cypress Lawn Cemetery Association and Kaiser Permanente, charitable foundations like our Daly City Youth Poet Laureate sponsor, Philanthropic Ventures, and community members just like you. Shown here are just a few of over $265,000 in grants that the Dcpla has given to the library over the years. We believe that our libraries provide essential services, and we're happy to raise supplemental funding through community events and grant writing. And now we present to you a video edited by my son, Esteban Perano, Equivalent Exchange Productions, that commemorates Dcpla's rich history, which we are celebrating today. We hope you enjoy it.
The Daly City Public Library Associates, also known as the Dcpla, was founded in 2010 by Carol Simmons, Library Director, and Susan Brissenden Smith, a member of the Daly City Library Board of Trustees. They saw the potential positive impact of forming a library foundation and set about to create an organization to provide support to Daly City public libraries. They met with representatives from the successful San Francisco Friends of the Library, conducted a focus group, and found support to move forward with forming this important new nonprofit. An initial board of directors was formed with the leadership of former Daly City Mayor Al Telia, retired city attorney Stan Gustafson, as well as community members Maritess Lagandaon, Joe Kashani, Lonnie Baker, Paula Stillman, Dennis Fisicaro, and John Zarelli. Dcpla was granted nonprofit status in June of 2011. One of the first grants given to the library was the funding for autobiographies and biographies in memory of Mary Tissier at the Westlake Library. The board explored several avenues to raise funds, including writing grants to foundations and the creation of a signature event. Thus was born the Dcpla's long-running and successful annual St. Patrick's Day Luncheon, which includes a Fund the Need activity to engage members and help fund the library's wish list. And so the organization grew, attracting an impressive roster of names to participate in author talks such as Belva Davis, Amy G. from the SF Giants, Kara Black, and David Talbot. These author talks provided exciting events for members to attend and enjoy. The board also coordinated book sales that were held in donated space at Westlake Shopping Center and 280 Metro. The sales were staffed by many of the members who helped set up and sell and included activities for children, a true community endeavor. DCPLA has been fortunate to have the support of several foundations. Combining member dues and donations with grants, the organization has been able to fund a wide range of things for the libraries, including books, laptops, a book drop-off box, programming, furniture, a teen center, and has refurbished the children's reading areas at 2 branches. Over $265,000 has been granted to the city over the past decade. New board members over the years have brought innovative new ideas for fundraising. One such idea was the creation of a fun family community event. Crazy About Cars showcases classic cars, a pit crew challenge, vendor booths, and miniature car racing. It is a major fundraiser for the organization thanks to its many community sponsors. Having led the organization for over 8 years, Brissenden Smith retired at the end of 2018 after the board identified her very capable replacement, Victoria Magbilang, at an author talk in Colma Town Hall for Congresswoman Jackie Spears' book, Undaunted. Victoria picked up the reins, managing day-to-day operations, grant writing, and coordinating the major events, which has enabled the DCPLA to continue its mission to support our Daly City public libraries. New leadership inspired new community event ideas, including a poetry jam at Saramonte Center, where Daly City students performed original works for a mall audience. The COVID-19 pandemic of 2020 brought challenges, as event-based fundraising was no longer feasible for a time. But the DCPLA's dedication to supporting its community never wavered. They shifted their focus to seeking grants to pass along to the library and started an innovative new program to name the first Daly City Youth Poet Laureate, the first Youth Poet Laureate in San Mateo County. Of course, none of these accomplishments could have been made without the support of DCPLA's members, donors, and sponsors, and our local government. Working together, we improve our community by providing essential materials and services and help to make Daly City an amazing place to live.
Congratulations to the Daly City Public Library Associates on your 10-year anniversary.
Over the years, you have made possible some amazing programs and projects.
Your community events, like Crazy About Cars or the Poetry Jam, have made our community more vibrant.
Your success over the course of the past 10 years serves as a testament to the ever-increasing civic and business awareness and support of the essential services that you provide.
Thank you, DCPLA. Daly City really appreciates you.
This is truly a celebration, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Wow, what a great video. We hope you enjoyed the history of the Daly City Public Library Associates and all that have accomplished in the last decade. Hello everyone, I'm Tricia De Vera, DCPLA board member and co-chair of the DCPLA 10 Years Strong event. Joining the DCPLA as a member is a great way to show your love for our Daly City public libraries, which serve Daly City, Broadmoor, and Colma residents. DCPLA members enjoy the pride of being part of a community of library lovers. There are many different levels at which you can join, and all levels receive a ticket to our annual St. Patrick's Day Luncheon, a fabulous event featuring Irish food, music, performances, and best of all, the opportunity to engage with local activists, the city's officials, and other fellow supporters. As a member, you will also be connecting with like-minded colleagues, build leadership skills, and contribute to the ongoing transformation of libraries. I support the local libraries and their missions, not only as a DCPLA board member, but as a parent, a patron, and an educator. Libraries are community hubs. In addition to connecting people to information, libraries connect people to people. They are safe havens for kids when school's not in session, offering after-school homework help, games, and book clubs. Libraries offer computer classes, enabling older adults to stay engaged in a digital world. Bookmobiles and community outreach programs keep those living in remote areas or those who are homebound connected to the larger community. So continue to support the great work that our libraries and librarians do for our communities. As we continue the festivities, please do not forget about our silent auction. We have many wonderful items up for bidding. If you'd rather donate to our event, you can do this through our secure PayPal found at dcpla.org. Lastly, as we mentioned before, please email info@dcpla.org to win an Apple Watch donated by Republic Services and put in the secret word bookworm. Next, we have 3 more of our Daly City Youth Poet Laureate candidates, and after that, a musical montage by Westmore High School's amazing drama club.
Hello, my name is Brianna. I am 17. I attend Westmore High School. I don't consider myself a poet. I actually consider myself a storyteller because poetry has taught me a lot about my role in my community as an artist. And poetry has taught me that it's less about the writing and it's more about sharing narratives and connecting with people by having the capacity to actually make them feel something with your words. And I think that in itself is a reason why I'd be honored to have the title of Youth Poet Laureate, so I can just continue fulfilling my mission as a storyteller. This poem is titled My Hair. When I was born, I had a full head of hair. My mama told me the earth must have kissed me on the top of my head, for everything grows out of me. I grow up to be the foundation of a garden everyone would harvest flowers from. Pick and pick at my baby's breath, they'd always leave behind the weeds. My hair jumped from slave ships, anchored herself to the sea floor. She shall not be moved, doesn't conform to chains or hair ties. She is stubborn. The only style she seems to wear effortlessly is emancipation. My hair goes to church on Sundays, only allowing hands covered in beeswax and molasses to bless her with tradition that don't die. My hair clasps her hands in prayer, leans her neck back, says amen, sings gospel like nobody's listening. My hair sings volumes so loud she leads the choir. My hair can cook. She sings corazon espinado when she's making pozole. Always adds too much cayenne pepper, even though she says there's no such thing. On Christmas, she folds herself into tamales so her children have something to unwrap. She's a mixture of blood, flour, and nostalgia. Always tells stories at the dinner table. She grows naranjas with citrus orange streaks and highlights and mangoes weaving between colors. Each strand is a story that refused to be erased. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Iris Lee, and I am 15, attending Jefferson High School. I am a huge advocate for climate change and female empowerment. I am a part of several clubs at my school. I am a part of Student Government, Patio, Medicine, Health, and Science Club, Female Empowerment, and FBLA. My poem is 15.5. 15.5. December 2020, we now return to the present. One day before January 1st, 2021, and a countdown clock that everyone is looking up at is about to turn 000000. All over the internet is, we're finally gonna leave 2020, wishing 2021 to be better. 5:50 p.m. Tapping on the keys of my keyboard, staring into the screen of my work, making the finishing touches to 15.5, and stressing about will college accept me. The numbers on my countdown clock are slowly closing in. Half of my sophomore year is over. I will welcome my next 2 months of AP and prep for the SAT. Before we leave 15.5, 16 is already smiling high.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ziva Pradhan. I'm 15 and I'm a sophomore at Westmore High School. My pronouns are she, her, and I love exploring new things, writing poems, collecting mangas, and playing sports. Poems have inspired me the most, which led me to writing them. Poems can inspire anyone, as long as its meaning and morals are known properly. And I would like to be the poet laureate to help others find their inspiration. And in order to achieve that goal, I'm thinking of establishing a poetry club and possibly have activities together with the pre-existing Dead Poet Society Club at Westmore High School. I would love to use my position as the poet laureate to help others and the students get involved in not just poetry, but other forms of writing by having different workshops and events. I don't have lots of civic engagements, but I would love to change that. I want to have as many civic engagements I can so I can contribute to this community. I love libraries. It has always impacted my life because it has always played a healthy role throughout my life. It has provided me with a very healthy learning environment and a calm and disciplined atmosphere that helped me maintain my concentrations on my studies. I believe libraries build communities, and I want to contribute to the community it brings together. Lastly, I'll be reciting my short free verse poem, The Way It Goes By Me. My mother used to tell me, happiness will come after sadness. But don't get unnecessarily lost in happiness. Sadness will hunt you. Be that as it may, remain with it for a while. Happiness will discover you. I asked her, when will it end? Do I run forever? She responds, when death comes, you'll rest. Until then, continues the chase. Thank you and have a great evening.
Your friends do tap. Hey Al, can you tap dance? I don't know. Well, now you can. What am I doing? With 60 elephants, llamas galore, there's bears and lions, a fast band, and more. There's 40 bakers, there's cooks, there's bakers, there's birds that warp along key. Make way for Prince Ali. Prince Ali. To Prince Ali. Ba-da-ba-da-bow. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-dow. Oh yeah. Hey. Ow, 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 ow. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna provide. Whoa. Come here, little girl, it'll take you far. And she stands against the lightning and the thunder. And she shelters and protects us from above. And she fills us with the power and the wonder of our love. And this is why we tell the story. Why we tell the story. Oh, 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 oh. Why we tell the story. Why we tell the story. If you listen very hard, you'll hear her call us.
To come share with her all laughter and no tears.
And those mysteries and miracles befall us through the years.
We tell the story. Tell the story.
Life is wild.
Tell the story.
Pain is wild.
Tell the story.
Love is wild.
Tell the story.
Mass appeal was never so real. And can't you feel the sad day fever?
These students really impress me with their talent and confidence. They are the leaders of tomorrow and already have impressive resumes of creative work and community activism. We are so proud of our youth, many of whom grew up going to the library, where they were inspired by books, programming, and the sense of community that libraries provide. I know that I personally have made a lot of friends in our libraries, attending story times and summer learning programs with my children, and as the executive director of the Dcpla, working with our library staff who have continually shown their dedication to serving our community. By supporting our libraries through memberships and donations to the Dcpla, you're working to make a positive impact for all of us, our young people, our seniors, and the many of us who are in between. Please go to dcpla.org to donate, become a member, and bid on our awesome silent auction items. Next up, we'll have a performance by the Mission Fusion dance team from Jefferson High School. And after that, get to know 3 more of our Daly City Youth Poet Laureate candidates.
Hi, my name is Hannah Campo Pham. I am 13 years old. I am a student at Benjamin Franklin Middle School. Daly City Public Libraries have really impacted my life by offering a welcoming, safe, and calming place I can work, and have also provided many helpful resources, which I am very grateful for. This poem I'm reading is called It's Not Forgotten. Don't return if it is to remind us of our sorrow. Don't stay just to haunt us tomorrow. Don't come back if you're here to reopen our healing wound. Time doesn't change the facts, like a broken apology won't fix a shattered problem you created. It's amazing how fast people can adapt, how my sadness can change into the bland feeling of normal, that I can lack the ability to care. You can test your luck, but eventually it will snap, and you can't go back to life before. Coax me with fake smiles, try to tempt me to the other side, but the bridge has already disappeared. You created the problem, but I don't need your distorted solution.
My name is Riley Perez Batres, and I attend Mission High School in San Francisco, but I've lived in Daly City for almost 4 years. When I was in El Salvador, I was really close to my grandma, and I miss her so much. So when I started volunteering at a home for the elderly, I discovered how important it is to have the company of our abuelitos and how they also need our company and love. The little time that I got to share with them was the closest feeling I got to being with my grandma. This is when I realized how much I love volunteering and making a little difference by bringing them joy. I'm going to recite my poem, skipping some steps. When I was 5, my grandma and I were cooking some pasta for my first day of school. I accidentally burned myself and I started to cry. She took my hand and said, Mija, a veces tienes que ser fuerte e ignorar las cosas que pasan. Seguir adelante como si nada ha pasado. You have to grow up before everyone if you want to survive. I thought she was kidding. When I was 12 years old, my mom fell into depression. I had to start making tamales and sell them in order to have food. I had to take care of my brother as if he was my son. I became a mother without being a daughter. Without asking me if I wanted to, my mom decided to bring us to the United States. I didn't say anything because I had no opinion or voice. It's the best thing to do, she said. Little did I know. She advised me of all the bad things that could happen along the way. Don't talk, don't cry, don't do anything. No te acerques mucho a los hombres. No dejes que te toque. No te pongas licras, te marca la figura y los provocas. No provoques, no hagas que te viole. They could rape you. I was glad she came back. The strong, hardworking woman I knew was here again, but the loneliness and emotional separation never left. Why the emotional separation, you may ask? All day and night working from 5 a.m. to 3 a.m. to give us food, to pay the bills, to give us the future we need, but it came at the price of our children growing up. I was by myself, in a new country, with a new language, not knowing anyone, with a child that wasn't even mine, and me still being a 12-year-old kid. My 5-year-old brother had the most trouble adapting. I was 12. I understood we were not coming back, but my brother didn't. A lot of nights falling asleep late, waiting for my mom to come home. It was hard not seeing her all day, all week. I had to help my brother with his homework when I didn't even know how to do mine. I didn't even understand what I had to do, but we had to make our mama proud. Her hard work is not going to be a waste of time. I had to do the things no one taught me how to do. I had to be a guy when I didn't have one myself. But it was all worth it. We're in peace. We're finally together.
Hello everyone, my name is Jason Marcelino, 15 years old and a student from Jefferson High School. I am only an immigrant and have been here for a year and some months. Poetry helped me cope with experiencing COVID in a different place, people, and language. Poetry is one of those things that help me dig deeper into the things I've experienced, words being used together to have some flow into it, making it sound beautiful and deep, and using metaphors, making it sound complex, and having the reader interpret the poem in their own way, and for the poet to have their own fun of showing their piece to the world. Speech that gave enlightenment to the dark abyss. Confined in this dark space, I hear them cheering. Above is where they are, that dusty wooden ceiling. I hold my phone, illuminating my surroundings. I sat here, solemn, awaiting. Seeing a live video of the Alex, I look into it closely. A woman of color, bearing similar features as to mine. I see her stand, proud and wide. I hear her speak. We, the people, have the power to make a better future. Listening in as I see, eyes were bright, cheers were heard, hugged by her words, giving me a new lens to see through, shifting my perspective anew, knowing that I myself can dream too. Her smiles helping me be, letting me know that I'm now a part of this community, melting the ice in the once cold welcoming, this new beginning making me feel less estranged. To dream big was what she had done, to believe and to know that I can do what I can, to achieve and to pursue is what she had to do. Then, as do I.
And now, the highlight of our event. I'm Eileen Casinero, San Mateo County Poet Laureate and member of the Daly City Public Library Associates Board of Directors. I'm very excited to announce the winner and first runner-up of the Daly City Youth Poet Laureate competition. But before that, please allow me to thank the Philanthropic Ventures Foundation for sponsoring the $5,000 award for our winner. I especially wish to thank all of the students who applied for the post. Please know that each of you has done something extraordinary. You used your voice to share your vision and to inspire change. The judging process was not easy, but ultimately, our esteemed judges chose the candidate who exemplifies the power young people have to positively impact their community through poetry. As the first Youth Poet Laureate in San Mateo County, the Daly City Youth Poet Laureate will be an ambassador and champion of the literary arts, of community engagement, and youth empowerment. However, in the event that the winner is unable to perform their duties, the first runner-up will take their place. After much deliberation, the judges chose the candidate who has demonstrated both poetic skill and leadership in school as first runner-up. It is my honor and great pleasure to announce that the first runner-up is none other than Jessent Marcelino. Congratulations, Jessent. I know there's so much you hope to accomplish, and we eagerly await what you'll be doing next. Now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, the naming of the first Daly City Youth Poet Laureate. The judges unanimously chose this candidate for their strong poetic voice, performance experience, and service to the community. On behalf of the Daly City Public Library Associates, please join me in congratulating the winner of the Daly City Youth Poet Laureate competition, the first Youth Poet Laureate in San Mateo County. Congratulations, Madeline Herr.
Thank you so much for choosing me as Daly City's Youth Poet Laureate for this year, and thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. I'm really excited for this position. Here's one of the poems I submitted in my portfolio with the theme to be a young woman. I really hope you enjoy, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Hi, my name is Madeline Herr. I'm 16 years old and I'm a junior at Oceana High School. One thing about me is I'm interested in politics and legislative process, and I've been a part of youth and government for the past 3 years, helping to create bills on things such as equal gender pay. I will be reciting my poem, To Be Perfect. Tracing letters on dashed lines, lines that carve your nose, your eyelids to make them double, the perfect shape of your body, so teacher would give you a perfect silver star from the pack of 100 from the dollar store. Just like the girl in front of you, the girl behind you, the size of you, and teacher when she sat there too. Uniform letters, not one line out of place, every one with the same flicks and edges and perfectly aligned marks. You wouldn't be able to tell whose handwriting it was. Each swipe of the sharpened tip a scalpel to the curves and arms of the letters, Y's and G's and J's that once danced along the lines, curled their tails to greet the next letters, stretched, bent, drenched in hospital gowns, white lilies like printer paper, bandages so that the Y's don't try and dance again, and those harsh, flickering school lights that always need to be fixed, but never are. All to fit the strict school curriculum, the damn school and all those teachers who pity us too. The teachers who know just how terrible it is and never let it stop. Silent cadence of scratching lead, an ode to the clock we are told to understand. Each passing hour gossips of the broken jaw that is to be our own, deflated belly and swollen lips. Though you must understand, their small hands will still hold their pencils with an uncertain grip, 4 fingers over and thumb on top. The shouting ounce of resistance left. Legs still too short to reach the ground, overhead lights still flickering, and eyes hopefully still dreaming, no matter how perfect the font. Your plastic surgery font. The kindergarten we never left.
We hope you've enjoyed the show. Thank you so much to our premier event sponsors, Cypress Lawn Cemetery Association and Kaiser Permanente, our Daly City Youth Poet Laureate sponsor, Philanthropic Ventures Foundation, and all of our other sponsors. We'd also like to thank our library staff, Mayor Jocelyn Manalo, Vice Mayor Rod Das Magboal, and the other members of the City Council of Daly City for all you do to support our community. Our silent auction will continue until midnight tomorrow, so be sure to check out our fabulous auction items and get in your bid. The winner of the Apple Watch will be notified by email. A huge congratulations to our Daly City Youth Poet Laureate, Madeline Herr. Thank you all so much for watching, and happy reading.